A day of questions. "Hello, how are you today?" a cheerful voice chirped. A young girl with bright, curious eyes looked up from her book. "I am fine, thanks. How are you?" she replied with a warm smile. "It is a beautiful day today, isn't it?" the voice, belonging to a friendly-looking woman, continued. The girl, whose name was Mary, nodded enthusiastically. "Yes, it is a lovely day," she agreed, looking up at the clear blue sky. A fluffy white cloud drifted lazily by, shaped just like a friendly dragon. Just then, a boy with a bright yellow raincoat and matching boots stomped by, splashing in a small puddle. "I wish the weather would clear up, don't you?" he grumbled, shaking his head and sending a spray of water into the air. Mary giggled. "Yes, I'm getting tired of all this rain," she said, even though the sun was shining. The boy stopped splashing and looked at her, a puzzled expression on his face. "How old are you?" he asked. "I am 12 years old," Mary answered proudly. "Where are you going?" the boy asked. His curiosity piqued. "I am going to my friend's house," Mary replied, closing her book and standing up. She pointed down the path. "Do you know how much this costs?" she asked, holding up a shiny red apple she had been saving. "Yes, it costs $12, the boy said with a very serious face, though his eyes twinkled with mischief. Mary laughed again. "What is your name?" she asked. "My name is Sam," he replied. A car pulled up to the curb, and a man with a kind face leaned out the window. "Would you like a ride to school?" he asked. Mary shook her head politely. "No, thank you. I never accept rides from strangers," she said, remembering her mother's words. The man smiled and nodded. "A very wise decision," he said. As the car drove away, Mary turned to Sam. "How do I get to Main Street?" she asked, realizing she was a little lost. "Turn right at the next corner. Walk about 2 blocks and you will see Main Street," Sam said, pointing with his whole arm. "Have you seen that movie?" he asked, changing the subject and pointing to a poster on a nearby wall. "No, but I have heard that it is very good," Mary replied. "What is your favorite color?" Sam asked, his questions coming one after another. "My favorite color is blue," Mary said, thinking of the sky and the ocean. They arrived at a big house with a bright red door. "Is your father home?" Mary asked, as it was her friend's house. "Yes, just a minute. I will get him for you," Sam said, and he ran inside. A moment later, a man who looked just like Sam, but taller, opened the door. "May I help you?" he asked with a friendly smile. "Yes," Mary said. "I am looking for the shoe department." The man and Sam both burst out laughing. It seemed Mary's day of questions had one more funny answer.